and welcome to the Smithy Show. And oh no, we're not recording because they're still muted. Good job, I noticed.
Oh, imagine if we'd have gone through the whole thing. No.
Alright. Hello and welcome to the Smithy Show and Hot Topic. Before we get started today, I just wanted to take a minute to thank everyone who's listened and supported us so far. You guys are amazing and we really appreciate the comments and discussions we have with you and the positive feedbacks and pointers that you give us as well. So listeners, if you're a Smithy Show veteran or brand new, either way, thank you. We couldn't do this without you. And also on that note, if you did want to get in touch with us and discuss or suggest a topic, you can connect with us on Twitter at JASmithyX, at Fraser Goodlad and at Kurt Gallagher 94. And you can also find us on Facebook and YouTube as well, thanks to Fraser, who's been setting us up with that. I will provide links for those in the show notes for you. Now, onto the show, and onto my two titans of titillating topical trivia. It is Curtis Gallagher.
All right, fans.
And Fraser Goodlad.
Hello, everybody.
Fantastic. Okay, so today we are talking about scandals. We're taking one from the tabloid newspaper playbook and bringing you the hottest gossip, or the most ridiculous scandals in sport, and some from our own experiences too. So, Fraser, you want to get us started, mate?
Yeah, I'll start us off. Mine involves an NBA player.
Oh.
It's a bit different, this one. So, 2014, Portland, Oregon. A SWAT team raided a drug dealer's home. They found meth, heroin, prostitutes, weapons that include a 12-gauge shotgun, 7 more guns under a bed, and a 40mm military-grade grenade launcher, as well as 7'2" NBA centre Robert Swift.
Shut up.
But he was hard to find.
He was under the bed, but his feet were sticking.
Alright, tell us more.
Alright, so Robert Swift, he's had $20 million in career earnings, but they said that he was nothing to do with this drug dealing business that they uncovered. His roommate says he was, this is a quote, a good guy. But Swift said he did have a drug addiction. He played in the NBA between 2004 and 2009, but he ended up going to prison for this, for unlawful possession of a firearm. Now, this is actually kind of a feel-good story. So he was addicted to heroin, left the league, but he's recently, this is last week, he just signed for a 5th Division Spanish team in Gijón, and he's rebuilt his career. He hasn't taken any drugs in years and years, and he's rebuilt his career in Spain.
Oh, good.
And now he's back playing.
And now he's back playing, and yeah, he's been touted to go up to the top division in Spain, which is also a big league for basketball.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's kind of
what was his
back
name?
on the Robert Swift.
Robert Swift. Well done, Robert Swift.
Yeah. So it was a scandal, but it turned out kind of well in the end. So yeah, that's my feel-good story of the day.
Wow.
It's a great story. Kurt, give us a scandal.
Well, mine also involves basketball and Spain, coincidentally.
Really?
So, I'm going to set
the same story.
It's not the same. I'm going to set the scene. We're in 2000. We're in Sydney. What happened in Sydney in 2000?
The Olympics.
Yes.
The Olympics.
And so did the Paralympics.
Ah.
And so this is to do with...
No way. Okay.
Oh, here we go. This is to do with the Spanish Paralympic team, the basketball team. And it's the one for intellectually disabled basketball team.
Okay.
And so the basis of this scandal was that the minister of the basketball team wanted to win so bad, and because he'd get more funding and he could then develop his program even more. So what he actually did was there's 12 athletes allowed in a basketball roster, and to be on that roster you need an IQ of under 75. That is the regulation for intellectually disabled. There was actually 10 out of 12 players who faked being intellectually disabled in this basketball team. So there was only 2 who were actually permitted to play this sport. So the rest of them, the rules are you have to take an IQ test. However, many of the players said they were never subjected to an IQ test at the Olympics or even before they left for the Olympics.
So they just weren't checking.
So they weren't checked, and the coaches told them, "Oh, when you're in the Olympic Village, like you need to act the part." And a lot of the players said we're not going to do it. We just acted normally, and no one suspected a thing. And the best thing about this was one of the players who was one of the non-intellectually disabled was actually an undercover journalist.
No
Gets
way.
juicy. Yeah. So what happened is they went.
How did he get onto it there?
I have no idea. They must have suspected something and then has gone. And he's like, I'm gonna crack them when we win this, because they were battering teams. Apparently they were winning.
I was gonna ask, how did they get on?
They were winning at half time, and the manager was like, right, boys, slow it down, because we need to sort of
Make it look realistic.
Exactly. Because I watched highlights and they looked just like able-bodied. You know, like
Right.
everything. It was crazy. So then what happened is they won gold. They posed in for the pictures. The national anthem was playing, and about 2 or 3 days later, the journalist, they got 150 euros for winning cash and a gold medal, and he posted it back, and then the story sort of blew out and everyone got uncovered.
150 euros?
They got a minuscule amount of cash, like as a prize money.
That's good enough.
I know,
Yeah.
seriously. That's why athletes are underpaid, by the way. But yeah,
Link in the description.
so that's my scandal. I think that's outrageous.
That is outrageous. That's class.
ridiculous.
The undercover journalist. I think that's the best part.
It's like
Yeah.
a sitcom or something, you know.
They're gonna make a film about it, aren't they?
How you must have known that what you're doing is wrong, and is like, you know, if your mate goes into an
I know.
intellectually disabled basketball
Well,
team, that he's not intellectually disabled.
That was apparently some of the things, because a lot of people testified against the guys. Like, well, I know him. He's not got an IQ of under 75. I went to school with him. I went, you know, I've known him because
He was in set two.
it only really it only really blew up when they had the photos and they were in the national news, and because no one really taking notice of it, because the viewers mustn't have been that.
Shows that the
much.
testing isn't that great as well. You know.
Yeah.
Right, but
I would have
also-
thought that the testing would have been a lot more rigorous than that.
I know. IQ of under 75, and they never got tested for that.
What about as a player, you get asked to come on and do this, knowing full well that you're lying the
I
whole
know.
time? Why would you say yes? Or how could you go along with it?
Yeah, it's not worth it for the 150 euros, is it really?
No.
Not for that.
And you get it
What
taken
were-
away
What,
anyway.
you get it taken away? What were the repercussions, any?
Well, I haven't written it down, but they just got a slap on the wrist.
Sure.
They got nothing. The 2 days before it was about to be exposed to the media, because obviously it was a sort of undercover one. The minister who wanted the grant money resigned. He knew it was gonna. He knew his head was on the
So
chopping
you
board.
got a tip off, basically.
Got out there 2 or 3 days before.
Wow.
But yeah, that is my scandal.
Bit of a kick in the teeth. And no repercussions. They still got the gold medals then. It's not been
They had
stripped.
to take them back.
Okay.
Which is really sad, because the team who were in the final should have won it, rightly so, and it was that I think that's the most annoying thing with Olympics for me, when that happens. You know, second place actually is first, and years down the line or weeks down the line they actually get the gold medal.
Same with the drug scandals, isn't it?
Yeah,
They say that.
it is,
Like
yeah.
that moment's taken away from them forever.
Yeah,
Yeah, by cheaters. Shocking. Bit of a kick in the teeth. And speaking of kicks in the teeth, what do you do after you're disqualified from the bronze medal match in the Olympic Taekwondo?
oh god.
Fight
Well,
the
if
ref.
you're Angel Matos of Cuba, you find the referee who disqualified you and you kick him in the face. That's what happened in Beijing on August the 23rd, when Matos delivered a bare foot to the grill of Swedish ref Shakir Shelbat and spat on the mat before
Oh.
being escorted out.
Wow.
The ref was actually apparently okay after absorbing the blow, which is more than you can say for Matos, as him and his coach got a lifetime ban from Taekwondo,
Yeah,
as
rightly
international
so.
governing body.
Wow.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
What was the reasoning behind the altercation, I guess?
I'm not sure, but he got disqualified, I guess, for some tasty
He
decision.
probably felt hard done by on the
Yeah.
decision.
I wanted to boot a few refs.
I was going to ask you, Smithy, have you ever done anything like this? There was a picture going around the Hot Topic group chat last night of Joe Smith, which I hadn't seen before, to be fair, because I was already sent off in that game.
Yeah.
Gesticulating wildly to a referee.
Oh man, yeah. I've definitely had some times where I've wanted to kick a ref in the face. It's just-
But you've abstained from it.
I've never kicked a
And
ref
you've
in
never
the
been
face.
banned.
No, not
Not indefinitely.
not indefinitely. Only for 1 or 2 games at a time. Do you have any personal stories of scandals or anything kind of a little bit strange or any weird goings on?
Not
Do you
for
have-
me. Nothing.
I've got one.
A few that aren't podcast worthy. But
I've got one about a personal story from middle school. We had a
Oh.
PE teacher, a phys ed teacher, for the Americans, always a dodgy geezer, Mr. Wolf.
Oh.
Never knew what time it was though.
Hey.
He used to get really close to all the girls when we did gymnastics.
Oh no.
And obviously you go through different sports as you like. It's middle school and everyone tries everything out. What are you laughing at?
Oh, but, what's the time, Mr. Wolf?
Slow burn. And then whenever we did gymnastics, you vault over the wooden blocks. Would always like help the girls over with a hand on on their arse.
Oh no.
Just proper touchy feely, dead dodgy. I don't know. It was funny for us guys, but weird at the same time.
Mm.
And then he had his favourites, like the favourite girls who would be on all the teams that he coached, like the girls' basketball team or netball and all that. And then would have like meetings in his office with them, 1v1, one-on-one meetings. So strange, really kind of a weird situation at all when you think about it.
I guess that jumps onto the current gymnastics scandal.
A little bit, yeah.
We
But I
do.
mean, it's not really gymnastics, it was a PE teacher, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
similar to what's going on at the minute. But yeah, and I don't know, we obviously all found it weird. And then when one of the girls that we knew she won an event or got to like county finals or something
Mhm.
like that, he had a picture of her in his office.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I think that's a bit weird.
Any
That's a
excuse.
bit weird.
A little bit weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
I just think the best thing about that's what's the time, Mr. Wolf.
Names have been changed for privacy reasons. No, actually, but yeah. So that is our version of the sporting scandals and our takes. What do you have any sporting scandals that you know of? We've only covered a couple here. There are lots. We wanted to kind of get away from ones that are drug related or being over covered in the media. So we thought we'd give it a couple of more interesting ones, but some that are slightly different at the same time. But remember that you can suggest any of the next hot topics by reaching out to us on Twitter using the hashtag AskSmithy or Hot Topic Trio. You can also connect with us on Facebook, as I mentioned before, and we are now on the YouTubes. Thanks to Fraser. Our channel is called The Smithy Show. We'll give the camera a wave for everyone on YouTube. And you can find some video footage of our ugly mugs on there. Remember to subscribe and share. And in fact, if you like this podcast today, just do us a favour and just go and tell one friend about it. Just one. If you liked it, you might have hated it, but if you did enjoy it, tell someone. Yeah, fair one.
I like that.
Reviews as well, if possible.
Reviews. This
helps
is all
us.
really important. We're trying to get the podcast out there to as many people as we can. We're bootstrapping it and we're just going for it. But all the support is very much appreciated from everyone.
Don't slate us. Please.
Only leave 5
Come
star
on.
reviews.
Yeah, only 5 stars. Nothing less.
But this has been the Smithy Show with Curtis Gallagher
Yeah.
and Fraser Goodlad
See you later, fam.
and me, Joseph Smith. Thank you for listening.
Quite like